Hi, great to meet you. Peter Giorgi, thank you for being here from Rocket Companies. We met this morning, so we're old friends by now.
12 hours ago.
12 hours, it feels so much longer. We're here to record our podcast, Second Wind, and we're here at the Speakeasy, right next door to the Shangri-La in the heart of South by Southwest. How's your day been today? I hear you've been pulled from pillar to post.
Jam-packed. A lot of socializing, a lot of people.
Creatives can be from other cities outside of New York, LA. Are you seeing any of that here? I mean, Austin's obviously, a great city for creatives too.
Well, it's quite an anomaly, isn't it, in the middle of Texas?
Yeah, but it was like a, bastion of creativity. You had GSD&M here. It's a great agency that brought people here. It's a great place to live. I feel like Detroit's experiencing something different where it was one of the biggest cities in the United States. It was like, that's where, effectively we won the Second World War, right? Right. So much came from there. And then it went through a decline. So what I love about Detroit is that it feels ascendant, like something really special is happening there.
We're in Detroit because of Rocket Companies.
Yeah, 100%.
How does the heart of Detroit, or the feeling or the passion or the energy of Detroit, does that manifest itself within Rocket Companies, do you think?
That's a great question. I think there's something about Detroit to me that it's the Midwest. There's just great culture. People are happy that you're there. They're grateful that you're giving it some attention and you're giving it a shot. I feel like Rocket's sort of the same. It's a little bit undervalued to me creatively. So I think there's a lot of parallels because people at Rocket, you can't separate Rocket's culture from the culture of Detroit. They're the same. It's a culture that works really hard. It's super humble. They just want to make cool things. And I think it's looking to be sort of acknowledged by, I think creativity in New York and LA is overrepresented. It's overstated. It's overvalued because there's people in cities like Detroit that are just as creative, have huge ambitions.
Geography doesn't define creativity.
I hope that people don't have to leave soon and they just want to come to work for us and do awesome things.
We were talking earlier about where do you find young creatives? Where do you find the next generation of creativity? And why isn't it, or why isn't it being seen in cities like Cleveland, in cities like Detroit?
So I think that what we have to do is show young people that there are other places that are viable. Like I think recently Austin's done that, Nashville's done that. Those are viable places. When I started out in advertising, I was at CPB in Miami. Miami was a bit of an anomaly. It definitely wasn't New York or LA or Chicago. I think that's what made Crispin so special at that time is everybody sort of moved to be there. So it was like we were all away at boot camp or something like that. And it became your whole life. I think once you demonstrate that great things are happening, people find it. Detroit's got great culture. Detroit techno, that's a thing. They invented it there. It's awesome. They know how to have a good time. Yeah. Well, it's a whole style of music that they originated, that originated in the warehouses there. And there wouldn't be EDM without it. So it innovated that.
That is really fascinating.
Detroit pizza is the best. It's the best pizza style. Thin crust is fine. New York pizza is good for 5 seconds after it comes out of an oven. Detroit pizza is great, hot, and the next day. It's better. They have the best pizza.
What about deep dish?
Overrated. Terrible. It's not. That's a casserole, man.
It's not Detroit pizza.
There's a whole history to it.
Pequod's, though, the crust is pretty good.
It's just burnt cheese, which would be delicious. Detroit pizza, whether it's apocryphal or not, the story is that it was made in a sort of a pan that you would have if you were changing the oil on your car. So it was made for people who were going to work.
Right.
And it was made to be great the next day at lunch.
Right.
And so it's thick and super satisfying. It's delicious. I think it's the best kind.
I need to fly to Detroit just for the
Come to Detroit and I'll take you out for pizza. We had a Detroit pizza showdown in the Rocket creative department because everybody has their favorite. So we brought in 4 different kinds and scored them.
Who was the winner?
Yeah.
The winner was Moots. That's what it was. Moots. MOOZ.
Brought to you by Moose.
Yeah, that was the winner.
Brought to you by Moose.
It was great.
Pizza.
It was fantastic. It was called the Bee Sting. That's the one that won. It was the Bee Sting pizza. Had hot honey on it.
What
Had like
constitutes
hot honey.
Hot honey's pretty
It's good.
What? On a pizza?
Have you not had hot honey on pizza? Behind the times.
America, mate. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
get into it. It's so good.
Come on.
It's sweet. It's spicy.
Do the
Like me.
Italians know about this?
We're fine with it.
What do you feel in your career has been a major pivot for you?
The most obvious one was going from agency side to client side, which was deeply terrifying because my whole career was agency side.
Crispin?
Yeah.
And that Crispin is a storied agency. I mean, one of the greats, really. So
I thought they were going to bury me there. I thought I'd be there forever.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. And then Jonathan, who was my client at Crispin,
Jonathan
Mildenhall,
magnificent.
the one and only, hired me to work for him at Airbnb.
Yes.
And that set about the last 10 or 11 years of my career, right? I went from being an account person, one of however many account people, to head of global advertising at Airbnb, to about 2 years later being the chief marketing officer at Celebrity Cruises in Miami, running a team with 100 people on it. And if I had stayed agency side, realistically, 2 years later, I would have been doing pretty much the same thing.
Group account director.
Right. Here's even more things you can be on.
Yeah.
That was the biggest pivot, packed up from Miami, moved to California. Absolutely crazy time in Airbnb's growth trajectory when it was really becoming
the big years. So that was from
14 to 16 was when really there wasn't much attention to brand marketing. And so we had a ton of runway and huge expectations, and it was crazy. I think we did.
Tell us about your role there. What were you responsible for?
There, it was really working very closely with their agency and with their internal creative teams to develop what turned into Belong Anywhere campaign, and then the year after, the Live There campaign that I think is the best work they've ever done. I'm slightly biased, but it was like, how do you translate this sort of niche product to appeal to everybody? Because it was sort of strange at the time that you would stay in somebody's house, stay in somebody's spare room.
We have to remember that it wasn't.
It was weird.
Yeah.
And I made a point of staying. I would always travel on Airbnb for work. I slept in a van in Venice once because it was on Airbnb. I slept in someone's attic once.
I don't think that's safe.
It was fine. It was very strange, but it was there, so I did it. It was like a $60 attic with a mattress in it. Yeah. It was like a van in some skater's backyard in Venice, and I slept in it.
And you lived through it.
I lived to tell about it, but it was there, so I took advantage of it.
Why not? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, brilliant. And that's experiences that shape you and shape the brand as well.
It's like how you start to understand the product. What do people get out of it? What's the, maybe sleeping in the van wasn't the best, but the hosts were really cool.
Yeah.
The hosts were interesting. They were, in that, I think it's really important to get close to what you're selling and actually understand it and get under this, under the skin a little bit. Just be super passionate about it.
Somebody who's in an in-house agency role that is struggling to do great creative work, to do the kind of, brand building and storytelling I think all of us really believe in.
That's such a layered question because first you have to sort of diagnose why they're not doing great work. And it could be because the business isn't set up to do it. They might not want to invest in it, that can be one challenge. I don't think you necessarily need to spend a lot to get great work.
How do you get trust from the CFO to invest?
So do you, and if the answer is, well, we're not getting investment, then the question is, well, why do you think you need that?
Yeah.
What can you do without investment that they can be proud of? If the problem is that you have shitty briefs, then make the briefs better.
85-page briefs.
85-page briefs are not going to get you great work. Yeah. So if the briefs aren't good, make the briefs good. Make the insights good. What I like to say at Rocket is that the brief is picking a fight. You should be picking a fight with somebody. Yeah. You're starting an argument. If the brief doesn't make you want to immediately start working on the problem, it's not good. And that will sort of be my guidance to my team is, if you're a strategist and you wrote a brief and you haven't come up with 15 bad ideas, then keep working on the brief. until you can't stop, until you're just like, it'd be really cool if we did this, 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 and this. And then you hand that over.
And do you have processes you've put in place for the team to make sure they do pick a fight? Like, how do you operationalize that in an organization?
We have something called a strategic alignment session where the briefs have to come in and be evaluated by Jonathan's senior leadership team. SAS. It's called SAS. It's very sassy because we get a little sassy in there.
I like sassy.
And so you have to present the brief.
Yeah.
And we've, over the last year, continued to sort of raise the bar on what that's supposed to look like.
And should the brief be one page?
It's a page.
That's the template.
You can have a lead into it. You can have a story that you tell, but the brief's one page and it's 5 boxes.
And it's a written document. Is it a deck?
Yeah. That's one thing that the creatives can take away and go work on.
Yeah.
And then the other thing would be if that creative isn't doing great work in-house, it might be them. I mean, they might need to. One of the problems I think, or challenges with in-house teams, is that it can get very insular.
Sure. And
you're not looking outside. I think agency side, you're always looking at like, what did Biden do? What did Droga do? What did these guys do? What did Mischief do? In-house, it can be sort of all consuming. And so you stop seeing the outside world.
Blinders on. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, well, it's never been easier to see what every other agency is doing. You should be a little obsessed with it. You should be a little bit
competitive almost.
Yeah, if it's a competitive business.
Yeah. Competitive to beat them or competitive to be as good?
No, I just think you need to
see the benefit.
I don't think there's like winning or losing, but like you should all be raising the art form.
Yeah,
right. That like
it's almost inspiring each other versus competing against each other.
Yeah, if you continue to sort of raise the bar and prove that you can do things that haven't been done, and that inspires everybody else. It's like,
who inspires you?
Well, I like all the old stuff.
Yeah, but that's great.
Yeah,
great.
I really do.
Let us
I mean, still to this day, it's like I pull out Bill Bernbach's book once a week and show somebody old print ad. Yeah, or I pull up the old Porsche and Land Rover print ads because they're perfectly laid out. Yeah, they're perfectly laid out. There's a clear thought.
Eye roll from the juniors about that? Or
no, what's funny is a lot of them haven't seen it, which drives me crazy. But they just don't know about it. It's like, but that's when I started to get really interested in music, I would always want to know what inspired the person I was listening to, and then I would want to listen to that, and then I would want to listen to whatever that was, and I'd want to sort of trace the roots back. So I sort of want this. I think writers and art directors, designers should feel the same way. You should really love it. It's like, it's super exciting. You get to think, you get to come up with new ideas. Yeah. You get paid to make them, and someone else pays to get them made. And then when people love it, you get all the credit. Yeah. It's like, that's the best job in the world for a creative person.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So I just want people to love it.
I get inspired by the fact that you're so focused and inspired by advertising. It sounds to me like you've really doubled down on the lore, as in the story, the lore of advertising and what it can do for a brand and what it can do to shape, to change people's minds.
Yeah. I mean, just yesterday, I was watching the old, do you remember the This Is Sports Center campaign? There's one with Arnold Palmer. And the idea is just that Arnold Palmer makes an Arnold Palmer. That's the whole ad. It's 15 seconds. It's not 2 minutes. There's no long form. It's 15 seconds. And he makes he makes an Arnold Palmer and he walks away. That's the ad. And it's perfect. Yeah. There's nothing wasted. I think of great ads as being like poetry. I don't know why I wouldn't hold it to the same sort of standard of, efficiency. Like everything there should matter. It should all be 100% on purpose. Nothing should be an accident. They're all like deliberate, creative choices that you're making, hopefully in the service of the business that is paying for it.
Yeah.
I really like it.
It's great. I love that you love it.
So nerdy.
I mean, it's gone out of fashion, right? The word agency's gone out of fashion. Advertising's gone out of fashion. Social has sort of got a lot of energy. I really think there's a missed opportunity for training the next generation on fundamentals of like planning and creativity.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Because I don't know how you the fundamentals of what yeah. How long do we have?
Let's do a
But
workshop.
like, yeah, influencers work really well for brands, right? They're great. But what's the iconic brand that was built from influencer or performance marketing? I don't know who that is.
What has been a mistake or a regret that you've really learned from, that has taken you in another direction, that has really informed how you work today? Is there something that stands out in that way?
Hmm. I mean, the biggest ones for me have been just not trusting my gut on
Right.
something. Um, and not, I think it takes a while to understand that if there's a feeling in the pit of your stomach that you can't get rid of, that's nagging you, that's some form of intelligence, that's like, yeah, you should probably pay attention to that. And so the times when I haven't trusted that, but I've trusted research or some other set of circumstances that convince me I should do something, that has never worked out. To the point that now, Jonathan and I have had some reasonable disagreements since I've been at Rocket working with him. And we're very clear that our relationship is that he runs things, and I trust his gut more than I trust mine. But he knows that if I say something twice, I really think that we need to do this thing. And I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't tell you that. He respects that. And one of the times this year I was right, which he figured it took a minute, but he got there.
But
But 10 years ago, I wouldn't have said it. I would have said, well, I know what he wants, and so I'm just going to stick with my thing. And now I've been doing this long enough that I'll say, this is what I'm feeling right now, and here's why. And whatever you decide, we'll do that, because you're Jonathan fucking Mildenhall and I'm not. And so we can do whatever you want.
Well, which is magnificent.
It's great. It's why I love working for him.
But it does show learning and growth and open-mindedness on both your parts, and good teamwork, that you have to be open to listening, and you have to be open to going, actually, I may feel this really strongly, but actually so too does somebody who I respect hugely. So I'm listening to that, and I'm looking at this from a new perspective, because somebody else also has a gut reaction to this. And that's not saying one is wrong and one is right. It's looking at an issue, a challenge.
Yeah, we work in a business that's very subjective.
Yeah.
Like, creativity is very subjective.
Yes.
And hopefully you use enough data and insights and analysis to get to a brief that's really inspiring. But from there's so much instinct about, I don't know, is this right or is that right? Which one of these things do we want to do next? When we presented our restage campaign to Dan Gilbert, we brought in one idea.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Okay.
It was terrifying.
Flex.
Terrifying. And it worked. And Jonathan and I had a conversation about that. Are you sure that we want to just bring in the one? And he went, yeah, I believe in this.
Aligned on that idea?
100%.
Yeah, okay.
But it's still,
Sure.
if you showed up at a restaurant and there was one thing on the menu, it better be,
I love that.
Excellent.
it better be really good, right? Like,
Yeah.
just one thing. Even Shake Shack has a couple of things. You can get a hot dog. I don't know why you would, but I think you can. So we brought in one, and it was perfect. And Miramar nailed it.
Yeah.
But it was scary.
Yeah.
But him saying, yes, I believe in this, gave me the confidence to do it.
Did Dan say, was the
No.
it almost
brilliant.
makes his life easier.
Yeah.
Because you just say,
So one thing, he loved it, and we went, great. Yeah. And we went out and made it. This is one of the best days of my career. It was amazing.
It's yes or no.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
More or less. I mean, it was like unanimous. It felt amazing.
Jump up and down.
No, but it was, it was like we had enough. They could tell, Dan Varun, Bill Emerson could tell that we believed in it, because we did, and our hearts believe in it strongly. And they just told us to go ahead and make it the best we possibly could.
In a room or virtual? Or...
No, in a room.
Yeah. Do you ever do virtual big presentations like that?
Occasionally.
Yeah.
It's harder.
Yeah, sure.
It's much harder.
Yeah.
I mean, we had boards. We we printed business cards. We made T-shirts. We made sweatshirts. We had all kinds of, hey, here's what we were presenting: the new visual identity and a new core creative idea in 90 minutes to the 3 most senior executives there. And we were telling those people what we were going to do with this business that had been around 40 years, that we were going to change. Super scary.
Yeah, terrifying.
And I think it's okay to say, like, I'm terrified right now.
Yeah.
So am I.
It's powerful to say that. It's
Yeah.
powerful to own that.
Yeah, it's great. Like, what a gift it's such a gift to still be scared 25 years into your career, doing something terrifying, learning something new.
It means that it means something. It means
Yeah.
it's important.
That matters to me.
Yeah. Thank fuck you like advertising.
No, I like it so much. I just really
The
love it.
ultimate ad nerd. We found him. He's here.
Why don't people like it? It's so great. It's like advertising makes things free. You know what I mean? Like, without advertising, is there television or radio?
Come on, you can't tell me you don't like get the ad-free tier. You don't watch ads.
No, of course not. No, what I think is funny is when I go on YouTube to watch ads and I have to watch an ad to watch an ad.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, hey, I want to watch this ad for Volkswagen. It's like, great, watch this ad
Watch
for
an ad to watch an ad.
Audible.
Yeah. Like,
I'm like,
subscribe
okay.
to Ad Age to see the ads that
Yeah,
other people are doing.
subscribe to see the ads.
Yeah.
But I do subscribe to Ad Age.
We watch the good ads.
Yeah, but I think
We don't
that's why
watch the
when
ads on
people
TV.
say they don't like ads,
Yeah.
they don't like really bad ones.
Yeah.
People love great ads. They love them.
Yeah.
You know, they love the old Michael Jordan ads for Nike. They love that stuff. They love the old Volkswagen ads. They love McDonald's ads were great. Coca-Cola ads were great.
So
Like-
these are adverts that still resonate. You know, that there are classics that still resonate across the decades.
Yeah.
In 20 years' time, what would you like people to say about your career? What would you like to matter
man.
most?
It's ambitious, but I would love if what we're doing at Rocket made Detroit a place to go to be creative and do great work. Like, I would love if they acknowledged it that way, the way that they do for New York and LA and whatever.
We've got some work to do.
We do have some work, which is great,
Yeah.
but like, it's an entire city
Yeah.
that is full of amazing people with tons of energy and so much pride in that place.
But I love that opportunity.
Like, that would be amazing. I don't think, I'm slightly abnormal. I still look at old ads. I don't know that everybody else does that, but it'd be pretty cool if it was like, these were the years when Rocket became the place to be. And then that led to these agencies popping up in Detroit or these places opening up.
Yeah, the
these,
regeneration of Detroit
That's-
through rocket companies.
if you look at any neighborhood in New York City, right, or like Williamsburg, that is what it is because of creative people. That's what it is because of artists and because of restaurants, because of whatever else. I think those things follow each other. So that would be amazing. But I don't know. No one's ever asked me that. It's a good question.
It's a great goal.
I would really love it if someone was like, that's Milo Giorgi's dad. And I'd go,
Yeah.
yeah, I am. That would be the best thing, is if someone was like, oh, that's Milo's dad. I'd be like, yeah, that's my boy. He's doing whatever he's doing. That would be cool.
You like
My
it?
best, they ask good
We need
questions.
to do
It's
some
really smart.
kind of, thank you so much.
Oh, yeah, we should do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Kerry, you do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. To figure out how to put my headphones on again?
Can mark this. Hold on, let me mark it.
Peter Giorgi, thank you so much for joining us on Second
This was a
Wind.
pleasure.
We love leaning into your ad nerdiness. It's been a delight. I've been Kerry Finch, you've been Gully Flowers, and we've been also known as on Second Wind. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Peter.
you. This was super fun.
Hands off.
Great job.
Down.
Well done. No, that was easy.
So